Hey there again, folks. You get, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering of my Sampler Platter. Yes, indeed, folks, Sampler Platter videos, serious videos I've been doing for a little while now. We're going to go there out trying out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink the stuff, and then I talk about the stuff. All the while, doing it under the watchful gaze of Peter Cannon Thunderbolt poster over there. Crappy old ladders over to the side over there. While I'm doing it, I'm usually repping some badass shirtage. Just like today, right now. Got my, you can see it in my horror movie fans. We got the Critters shirt, but it's actually Straight Line Stitch. Just with the, the critters, the krites on the front. So, just a fun little thing. Straight Line Stitch, fantastic band, by the way. Absolutely check them out. Was fortunate enough to see them a few times live. They've been kind of semi-retired. Hopefully they're going to be doing a new show pretty soon. Maybe we'll get a tour going eventually. We'll see. Just saying. Definitely go check out their stuff, though. Very good band. Anyway, you don't care about that. So what am I doing for y'all today, folks? Well, I got my stuff over to the side here. There's a bunch of things. Which one am I going to grab? Boom! Yes, indeed, folks. We have Mexican street corn Cheetos. I have to say, going into this, I have an immediate bias. I cannot imagine these not being good. If they would have to fuck these up on such a tremendous level for these to not be amazing. Because Cheetos are great. I think that's pretty universal. Most people like Cheetos. Then you've got Mexican street corn, elotes. I think that's the Mexican word for it. Real life story. There's a place by my house called Los Burritos Mexicanos. There's actually 3 locations, and 2 of them are close by me. But the main one that I go to is the first time I ever had like the seasoned corn. And if you're not familiar with Mexican street corn, sometimes it's on the cob, sometimes it's in a cup, but it's effectively corn on the cob with like chili spices, like Parmesan cheese. It's amazing. Like, if you have the opportunity, I've heard it's more of a Midwest thing, oddly enough. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard it's kind of more of a Midwest type of thing. Absolutely try it out if you have a chance. It's so amazing. But yeah. The first time I ever had it was at Los Burritos Mexicanos. Maybe I'll do a video for them one day. I haven't done a restaurant thing in a long ass time. Yeah, I got it there a couple times, and like it came in a cup, and it was just literally just called, like, there was a sign on the wall. I don't even think it was on their menu, but it just said corn in a cup. And one day I asked about it, and and it turned out to be amazing. But I went over there, and I tried to do like the classic white guy thing where I had it enough times where, like, eventually one day I went over there and I asked the server, who's coming by, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get the, enchilada platter and this and the other thing. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to get the corn in the cup. And I was like, what's the, what's the actual, like, what's the proper name for that? And she's like, you can just call it corn in a cup. I was like, fair enough. But I believe it's called elotes, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am, I'm sorry. This looks super good, though, so I'm going to eat it. You can see it's got tangy, it's got some lime, spicy, got some chili, cheesy. Sorry, Cheetos. And by the way, yeah, this, by the way, is more or less what elotes looks like. It's not the best picture. Apologies, my lighting's a little bit shitty today. I'm doing this in the day, which is normally when I do my things, and I use the ambient lighting from the windows as my lighting. But it's raining out, so it's a little bit crappy. And the thing is, I have had, and I'm hoping that this is a trend, that we start getting more weird flavored Cheetos. Because, like, there's obviously, your jalapeno cheddar, you got your fiery cheese, those are fine. But at one point in time, I did like a Japanese import service thing, and I had like some like prosciutto and cream cheese Cheetos from Japan. They were awesome. A sad thing was, I actually got that whole import service thing, just that one order, with the intention to do like a bunch of these videos for it, but that was kind of at a weird point in my life last year, and I wasn't really doing videos, so I ended up just going over there and eating it all on my own time. See, the thing, you don't care about my sadness. It smells cheesy. I don't know if it exactly smells like elotes, but at the same time, I don't know that I've ever gone out of my way to specifically smell elotes. So, it does have a little bit of like of a citrusy smell to it too, though. So I guess that's like the lime. Okay. I can get down with that. It's really good. Like just right off the bat, that was a very tasty thing I just ate. It's a big weird Cheeto. It's got a little heat to it. Not a huge amount, but maybe a similar heat to like the jalapeno cheddar Cheetos, which are my personal favorite anyway. So I like that. It's not real hot, but you get like sort of a heat at the back of your throat. I do like that. They're very cheesy, which again, Cheetos, but what I love is like right off the bat, you get this really nice kick of sort of like citrus and chili and cheese. Like just all at once. It's just as soon as you bite into it, it's like a little flavor balloon of awesomeness. And it's just like, boom! This is tasty. That is super good. That is super good. And the flavor holds pretty well. It doesn't hold throughout the entire course of the experience, but you do get the heat throughout. But the good thing is, once the flavor sort of dials back, it still just tastes like a really tasty Cheeto. That's not a bad thing. I have a chili ham over there. Yeah, you're going to get your setup cleaned out today because you're stinky. Even though you're adorable. This is super good. Now the question is, does it live up to its namesake? The answer, I would say that is sort of. It is somewhat evocative of the Mexican street corn, elotes, corn in a cup, whatever you want to call it, flavoring. Thing is, I don't personally know that I've ever had, and maybe this is just me being super weird, I don't think I've ever had this, the elotes or whatever, again, whatever you want to call it, with, like, lime flavoring. Now, maybe that's just something that, like, because I know a lot of things with, like, Hispanic dishes, like, come with lime. Maybe that's something I was supposed to put on there and I just didn't know. So the lime throws me off a little bit from, again, sort of, like, being close to the flavoring that it's supposed to be. But I can also absolutely see where if I were, if I did have like an actual thing of a Mexican street corn, I could absolutely see, adding some lime to it and getting a similar flavor to this. Because the rest of the flavor, it's certainly not point for point by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, obviously you're not getting like the corn flavor, but you are getting the coating flavor. And that on top of the Cheetos flavor is really nice. Like the extra cheesiness is really nice. And I do really like the citrus flavor. That's really good. And just there long enough to sort of counteract the chili flavor. Not counteract exactly, but like the chili flavor kind of goes in one direction. The lime flavor kind of goes in the other. And it sort of hits your taste buds at the same time. And it's like this really cool experience in my head. I really like that. These are super good. Would I recommend them? 100%. These are super tasty. My guess is they're probably going to be a limited time item. Hey man, keep them around forever as far as I'm concerned. But I've seen these at most gas stations I've been to and 7-Elevens. But not all. So, keep your eyes out if you want to look for them. But they are definitely available, at least around me. I mean, it's possible they're a regional thing, I'm not sure. But man, these are good. And I've heard no buzz about these. Like, nobody brought this up. Like, randomly one day I went into 7-Eleven and boom, there they were. And I was like, I need to try those, whether it's for the show or just for the fat guy. And it turned out that they satiated both things. Fantastic. So, these get my full recommendation. If you enjoy Cheetos, these are fully something you should go through. If you're not into cheese, hey, maybe it's not your jam, but these get my full recommendation. Anyway, folks, it's going to do it for me. I'm going to do 5 things for me before you get out of here. Have yourself a spectacular rest of your day, phenomenal rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, tremendous rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a Mexican street corn, a Lotus, corn in a cup flavored rest of your life, that would be phenomenal. Phenomenal. One of the best foods in the world. Seriously, so good. 2 final things for me, folks. Good, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is always appreciated, though. Even if it doesn't feel like it. Most of the time. If you can't do that, sometimes you can't. I know I can't do it all the time. Try not to be an asshole. There's enough, everybody knows it. Everybody knows there's way too many assholes. There's just so many people around who it's just like, just why? Why are you? Why? What did this to create you? And why haven't you sought therapy to not be you? And then the final thing for me, folks, could do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to do, folks. In fact, the thing that you should do, homework, folks, is go get yourself some Mexican street corn Cheetos. Those are really good. But maybe you're not into that. Maybe you've already had them. Maybe you have grander, aspirations than Brandon sitting here in his Straight Line Stitch Critters t-shirt. I don't think you can, folks. Okay? I mean, I'm over here, Straight Line Stitch, Critters. My work pants are just my work pants, but whatever. Peter Can's on a poster. I'm surrounded by hamsters. Clearly, I've maxed out on life, folks. It can get no better. If I were to go over there and run straight headfirst into a wood chipper, my life would be complete right now. It's not true, but it's a pretty good life. But yeah, go over there, learn to play the piano, or go out and get yourself some plants, and you have plant friends. Do the thing, folks. All right, that's going to do it for me. I got a few more things I'm going to do today. Bye!